my god. This thumbnail is gonna be torturous. This is so everything. Hey bookaholics, welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be doing another book haul. I was really hoping I would not need another book haul this month, but apparently I like books. No, I don't like books. I love books. All of these books actually, I either got from the library or I got from Value Village, which is a very great place to get books for cheap. They're used books, but some of them are still in such great shape, so I really don't mind. It's a little cheaper, and you can find some great finds at Value Village. So I'm going to start with the ones I found at the library, because I just got them yesterday. I'm so excited. So the first one I'm going to show you guys is Fans of the Impossible Life by Kate Skelsa. Fans of an Impossible Life follows three characters. So the first one is Mira. She was in hospital for depression for about 10 months, and now she is going to school. She's going to St. Francis Prep, and just to kind of just like get her parents off her back, show that she can actually be a functioning human being. And she is very close to this other guy, Sebi. So Sebi is her gay best friend who has his own trials to get through. So he is a very happy guy. He has sunlight coming out of his asshole. That's not what it says. He carries sunlight around with him, but he's also in a vulnerable place because he is in a foster home. And it also follows another person, Jeremy, who is a shy art nerd, and he's kind of drawn to these two people. So I'm not too sure exactly what happens in this book, but it sounds very interesting. It is Kate Skelsa's debut, and it's gotten some really great reviews, so I'm excited to read this one. So that is the first book I got in March, which is Fans of the Impossible Life. The next book I got at the library is Strange Sweet Song by Addie Rule. So this one actually caught my eye because of the cover. I thought the cover was really cool. It follows Sing Danavelli, who is a singer and is going to this prestigious school to pursue her own singing. She's at the school to really prove her worth, to really give her singing a chance, and to prove that she has a voice and that she can do the singing career. And beside this conservatory is this strange, eerie forest that has legends and myths surrounding it of there being this great monster who lives there, Felix. In this school, there's also this play, Angelique, that Sing wants to be a part of. It is suspected to be inspired by this forest, and the forest is steeped in history, myth, and legend, and it's a question of what this inspiration, if it's just figment of the imagination, or if it's actually filled with myths and legends are actually real. Sing is cast as the understudy for the big play Angelique, and during her understudy for Angelique, she is paired with Nathan, who is her singing coach, who is both her biggest critique and also her biggest advocate. So they kind of work together, and it's kind of revealed in the synopsis that Nathan is hiding secrets of his own. That is kind of what this one is all about. I mainly picked it because of the cover. I thought it was pretty. So that is Strange Sweet Song by Addie Rule. The next one I got from the library is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I've been wanting to read a Victoria Schwab for a while, and I saw someone, I think it was Emma&Books, who was talking about this one in one of her booktube videos, and I wanted to read it and see what it's about. It sounded really good, so I picked this one from the library. It follows Kate, who is trying to prove herself to her father. She's been to 6 prestigious schools and is now returning home and hopes to prove to her father something. I'm not too sure what she's trying to prove. And it also follows another character, August Flynn, who is apparently a monster, but he wants to be human. So in this monster, he's actually can steal people's souls through singing. I don't know, that really intrigued me. I'm not too sure how these characters will come together, how they will work together, and what will actually happen in here, but the synopsis, kind of short, really interests me. So this book is The Savage Songs by Victoria Schwab. The next one I got from the library is Heartless by Marissa Mayer. This one has also been going around Booktube. I really wanted to read it. It is a novel that kind of delves into the Alice in Wonderland. It doesn't actually follow Alice. It follows Catherine, who is like the daughter of the Red Queen, maybe? I'm not too sure, but she is apparently chosen one of the king to be a queen. I'm not too sure. It doesn't exactly explain, but I know it's in the Alice in Wonderland kind of world. She's also a baker. She wants to open her own store, it seems like, and she has no real attraction toward the king and has no desire to be queen. And then at a royal ball, Kath meets Jess, who she actually has develops a strong attraction towards, and they kind of get into a secret courting because she doesn't want to anger the king or her parents, and Catherine wants to choose her own destiny and not follow what her mom wants or what a king desires. So that is Heartless. Sounds really interesting. I love reading things that are in the Alice in Wonderland world, so I'm excited to read this one. That is the fourth and last one I got at the library. The first one that I got at Value Village is The Nice Circus by Erin Morgenstern. So this one is quite complicated. I don't know exactly how to explain it in a little synopsis from the synopsis that is in here. So I'm just going to read it to you guys so you guys get an idea of what it's about. But first, look at the inside here. Like, that is so trippy. So this is what the synopsis says. The circus arrives without warning. No announcement preceded, no paper notices plastered on lampposts and billboards. It is simply there, when yesterday it was not. Within these nocturnal black and white striped tents awaits an utterly unique experience, a feast for the senses where one can get lost in a maze of clouds, meander through a lush garden made of ice, stare in wonderment as a tattooed contortionist folds herself into a small glass box, and become deliciously tipsy from the scents of caramel and cinnamon that waft through the air. Welcome to Le Cirque des Rêves. Beyond the smoke and mirrors, however, a fierce competition is underway. A contest between two young illusionists, Celia and Marco, who have been trained since childhood to compete in a game to which they have been irrevocably bound by their mercurial masters. Unbeknownst to the players, this is a game in which only one can be left standing, and the circus is but the stage for a remarkable battle of imagination and will. As the circus travels around the world, the feats of magic gain fantastical new heights with every stop. The game is well underway, and the lives of all those involved, the eccentric circus owner, the elusive contortionist, the mythical fortune teller, and a pair of red-headed twins, born backstage among them, are swept up in a wake of spells and charm. But when Celia discovers that Marco is her adversary, they begin to think of the game not as a competition, but as a wonderful collaboration. With no knowledge of how the game must end, they innocently tumble headfirst into a love. A deep, passionate, and magical love that makes the lights flicker and the room grow warm whenever they so much as brush hands. Their masters will pull the strings, however, and this unforeseen occurrence forces them to intervene with dangerous consequences, leaving the lives of everyone from the performance to the patrons hanging in the balance. So that is A Nice Circus. I guess it's not all that complicated, but it's just like this weaving of words that kind of describes Nice Circus, which I wasn't able to describe the Nice Circus all that well when I tried to synopsize it. That is A Nice Circus. That is the first one I got from Value Village. The next one I got from Value Village is Crazy by Amy Reed. Crazy follows Connor, who is in love with this girl Izzy, who is getting more and more erratic. Her highs are too high, her lows are too low. She seems like she might be bipolar, and I really want to read more books that are about mental illness. That is Crazy, kind of Connor just like getting into her world and knowing that she will probably never love him the way he loves her, kind of just getting delved into her world and realizing that her highs are too high, her lows are too low. He is scared for her and desperate to help her not get too erratic, not self-destruct. So that is this one. I'm excited to read it. Actually seems really good. Crazy is the second one I got at Value Village, and it's by Amy Reed. The third one I got from Value Village is Linger by Maggie Stiefvater. I don't know how to say your last name, Stiefvater. So this one I actually already read. I have it in my ebook, but if you guys watched my video called Ebooks I Wish I Had in Physical Form, this was one of them. I have all of Maggie Streifer's Silver's trilogy on my ebook, but when I saw other people talking about this book and I learned that the writing inside is the writing of the cover, so this one, the cover is green, so the writing inside is green. All of them are like that. Shivers like that, also Forever. I was like, I need these books. I need them because I love the color. That is why I wanted this book. I'm not going to describe it because that is going to spoil what goes on in Shiver, so I'm not going to talk about this one, but that is why I got this one, because of the colored text. That is the third book I got at Value Village. The fourth book I got from Value Village was A Son of Neptune by Rick Riordan. I read all of the Percy Jackson books, and I knew there was a continuation of the Percy story, and I'm wanting to read it so bad. I still don't have the first one of the series. I don't have The Lost Hero yet. I haven't found it at Value Village, but I found this one, and I had to get it, and I'm not going to describe the synopsis because I don't even know what happens in the first book, so why would I spoil it for myself? myself, and why would I spoil it for you guys if you haven't read the first one? So that is the fourth one I got, was The Son of Neptune by Rick Riordan. And just to add on to that, I also found The Mark of Athena by Rick Riordan. So this is the third one in the Heroes of Olympus series that comes after the Percy Jackson series. So I also don't know what really goes on here because I'll spoil the first two books. So why would I do that? Why would I do that to you guys, right? This is the fifth one. This is the fifth book I got at Value Village. Just so you guys know, I went to a Value Village and this was there. I was like, I don't think I'll find this one in any other Value Village because it's here, so I want to get it. I don't want to lose it. I went to another Value Village. They had the hardcover of this one there. And you can't return books to Value Village. And I couldn't convince myself that'd be a good idea to go and buy that one when I just got this one. I love hardcovers. I do. I wish we went to that first Value Village and I found that one because I would have totally bought the hardcover one rather than the paperback. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. The sixth book I got from Value Village is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. This one has been talked about a lot. I mostly heard about it because of the movie, but after the movie I found some of the people talking about it on Booktube, and I really wanted to read it. I really liked the movie. It made me cry. I know what happens, but I still wanted it. And at Value Village, they had two books with the movie cover on it. And I was like, no. I didn't know what the movie cover. I really do not care for books that have the movie cover on it because it's just not as pretty. It's not as good as the regular cover of a book. So I was so happy when I asked someone at Value Village to see if they had the actual cover, and they found it. And I was so happy. Me Before You follows Louisa Clark, who is just like an ordinary girl. She has her own boyfriend. She is very close to their family, but she is in need of a job. So she ends up getting a job with Will Trainer, who is the ex-master of the universe, and he is in a wheelchair after an accident. After getting a wheelchair, he really had no desire to really live a life. Will is very moody and bossy of Lou, and Lou refuses to truly treat him as a victim. She just treats him as a normal guy and does her job. Eventually cares more for his happiness than she really expected, and she really wants to show that life is worth living after she learns a really shocking plan that he has for himself. I love the movie and I really can't wait to read the book. That is the sixth book I bought at Value Village, Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. The seventh book I got from Value Village is After You by Jojo Moyes. So this one is the sequel that follows Me Before You. I feel like it's gonna be like a nice moving on story after what happens in Me Before You, and I won't describe anything else because that's spoilers. This is the seventh book I bought from Value Village. The eighth book I got from Value Village is Room by Emma Donoghue. So I actually read this one a while ago. I bought it from my mom for Christmas just so I could read it and not feel guilty about buying myself. Don't know why, but I finally got this one. I loved this book when I read it the first time. I love how the paper is like, it's like olden paper. I like it. Like you can kind of see how it's different than like this. You can kind of see the difference. So I like how it's like that. So it follows 5-year-old Jack, who has been living in Room his entire life. So his mom, I can't remember her name, but his mom was kidnapped when she was like 16, 17, and has been kept in this cellar or shack for most of her life, and she ends up giving birth to her kidnapper's son, and she takes care of him and has just convinced him that Room is all of the world. He hasn't been outside, he doesn't know about outside, he watches TV, but his mom told him that it's just like fantasy, it's not really there, nothing outside of Room, until he turns 5 and they have a chance to escape, and they do, and it just follows how they escape and how they get back into life, and it's such an emotional book. Oh my god. I just need to buy this one because it's such a good book. If you haven't read this yet, I highly recommend going to read it. That is the 8th book I got from Value Village. The 9th book I got from Value Village is The Selection by Kira Cass. So this one follows America Singer, who is a part of this competition to get the affections of Prince Maxon. In this competition, there is 35 girls. The selection is like the chance of a lifetime. They have a chance of getting out of the life life that was planned for them since birth, but for America's Singer, this is not something she wants. She feels like being selected for the selection is a nightmare, because to be selected, she is now turning her back on her love, Aspen. She has to leave her life and enter a competition she does not want to be a part of. Then America actually meets Prince Maxon, and the future she thought she was going towards may not be the future she actually wants. We'll see how this is, but this is the 9th book I got this month. The last and 10th book I bought this month from Value Village is Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella. So if you've been watching my other videos where I show all my books, or my video when I talked about I've Got Your Number by Sophie Kinsella, you know I love Sophie. She's one of my favorite authors. I was so excited when I found this because this is her first YA book and also one that I haven't read yet. So I was so excited when I found this at Value Village and I got it right away. So this one follows Audrey, who keeps herself very isolated. She wears sunglasses all the time, doesn't really talk to people, never really goes out, and is actually very afraid to make eye contact with other people until she meets Linus. So Linus is her brother's friend, and she finds that she can actually talk to him, talk out her fears. He actually can make her laugh, and she doesn't feel judged by him, and they start kind of developing feelings for each other. But Audrey is fearful that they can't actually build a future with each other because Audrey hasn't been able to deal with her past. It sounds very interesting. It sounds like a very good YA contemporary novel, and I'm excited to read this one. I love Sophie Kinsella. I know I'm probably gonna laugh out loud at so many parts because she's such a funny writer, but I'm so happy I found this at Value Village. So this is the last one I bought at Value Village and the last one I'm gonna be talking about in this book haul. So yay! So that is it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment of all the books you got this month. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Check out my other social media accounts, so my Twitter, Facebook, and Goodreads. I make a video every Thursday, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye!